It's easy to break down this opinionated list of our faves on this episode, you guys. Let me give a shout out to Rockwell Brewery on East Street in Frederick for allowing us to be live on location for this episode. We appreciate you, Matt, Kevin, anybody who's involved in this. Thanks for allowing us to use this space.
Yes.
We know what it's like to go into these different places, and this is a perfect location for us tonight. Plus, you know, we're all having an ice cold one, and after a 90-some degree day, we're all in on it. You know what I'm saying? You got to check them out if you're near or close to Frederick. We're traveling through Frederick. They've got two locations. They got this one on East Street, which is by my crib, and then they got one off of Riverside, which is a really nice location. They have live music. Yeah, so they actually have that location just open, so it's pretty cool. Check out their website at rockwellbrewery.com. Also, a shout out to Sideline Sports, who has essentially merged with Let's Talk Sports, who's our network that we work through. You can watch us now on Roku. So we have a channel on Roku that we go live on.
Get the stick, baby.
Now let's get on with the show. Look, this is going to get into the best 5 athletes of all time, first and foremost. How they stand up to today's athletes in terms of whether they can play along with our top athletes in the 4 major sports. We finish out this show with some personal touch on being fans and coaches by discussing the best athletes we've seen, played against, or coached against. Go grab a cold one. We're ready to rock and roll. What's going on? Everybody good?
I'm good.
It's Friday afternoon, June 2nd. We're almost there.
Dude's writing notes over there. I don't know. Right now.
I think you know the guys, Machine, T-Sizzle, News. Yeah, we're all here today. Waddy, we miss you being here, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. We'll have you back on the show real soon. Yeah. Man, what do you got planned for the summer? Let's start with that. We're seeing you're like the narrative.
You're always this summer, not this summer. I got one going to college. So that's where all that money's going. I don't got much going on, man. I know we're going to Hershey Park in July. We're going to try to get down to Savannah. Federal Union in July. We're going to try to get down to Tampa. But Savannah for sure. Savannah, we got a place already.
T-shirt for the fans.
They do, but I don't wear them. If they don't match my sneakers, I won't wear them.
Yeah.
You got the Italian flag on the back, right?
Actually, not this year, but you know, I am Italian.
Right, so is Franca.
Look, the family, every family.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
I think Mark might be darker.
It's okay.
I've been in the sun a lot this year round. Oh my God. Yeah, it's definitely down there.
I don't sit in the sun, man. But yeah, that's about it, man. We're gonna try to get to Savannah. My wife's aunt and uncle, they own a home down there, so all we had to do is get here.
I love Savannah.
Beautiful place.
You got
Yeah,
to
great job.
No,
So
Savannah bangs, man. That's a great
You
place.
drove or you flew?
we were driving up from Florida on spring break and we got caught. The car broke down right outside of Savannah.
Oh, jeez.
So we in college.
Oh, but so you had kids though. Okay, that's good.
This is in college. And we end up there on St. Patrick's Day.
You and your wife?
Oh, sweet.
No, not my wife.
Oh.
It was my
College.
I was about to say, I've been
My
against
teammates. So we got in trouble because we came
Oh,
up because we had
teammates.
spring ball. When we got back.
Yeah.
And we were a couple days late because the engine blew up in Savannah. So we went.
Perfect
Hey, what
time.
can you do when you're stuck there? You got to go out.
How much further was that away from? Wait,
Who's the head coach?
Bill Dooley.
Oh,
Not happy with it.
Vince's brother?
Yeah, Vince's brother. They were not
How
happy.
far was that from Savannah?
It was a good 4 or 5 hours. They were in a different car. Yeah, it was a ways. Yeah. Yeah.
Where are you going to summer?
Sizzle.
We're gonna go to Florida, pay respects to my father-in-law who passed away.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Great guy.
What part of Florida?
Hit up some golf courses or hit up some houses in his honor, because I always likes to, the villages.
Okay.
And then
Where's that?
if this is Florida, it's like center,
Right in the middle.
right in the middle.
By Orlando.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's close to Orlando.
And then, come back, work, do Bethany Beach a little bit, head to Pittsburgh, take in a training camp. That's about it.
There it is.
Nice.
How about you?
ESY.
That's it.
Summer school.
Extended school year.
We'll go to the beaches sometime, but yeah, we're still summer school. Making some money. I'm gonna build a shed. Be good.
Will you be at training camp?
We're definitely going to training camp. Yeah, we're going to PA, right?
Yeah. How about your training camp at Northwest High School?
Nah, I'm a during the day guy. I work during
You're the head tour, you're the head coach during the day, right?
I take care of things
Lucky we
without fires. What do you got going on?
What do I got going on? Well, I am teaching summer school, which
Yeah.
is okay. I'm okay with it. It's all online.
Yeah.
But it sucks because it's right in the middle of the afternoon, 1 to 2:15.
From Rockwell Brewery.
Yeah, I could teach it from here. I could teach it from here. Listen, kiddies. But
This is
no,
how you make beer.
I got that going on. We're taking a cruise. I'm going up to see my mom in Pittsburgh and we're doing I can't believe you're not going up. We're gonna do a family thing at the Pirate game.
Oh, wow.
When?
Next weekend.
How is
I'm
mom?
going.
June 9th.
That's not the summer yet.
How's mom?
Mom is old and she's got dementia.
Oh.
But her body, I'll tell you what, her body is functioning as good as she can. It's just her mind. She don't know me sometimes. That's all good though. You know, it's cool to just see her.
I try to forget.
If I dip back 30 years and have a conversation about 30 years ago, she's on point. She knows everything. But the current day, it is what it is. But we are taking the cruise. We're gonna go to Bermuda and a couple of different places. So we're kind of excited to do that.
Nice.
We're looking forward to it. Hey, what are you drinking, man?
I'm drinking the Big Juicy with a cut of peach.
Nice.
Big Juicy.
Big Juicy is a good one. I'm having their seltzer. Don't make it with anything you want. So I'm having seltzer with mango.
Blonde ale. Number 6.
That's the Big Juicy.
Yeah, the big juice.
Number 5.
Very nice. We're drinking the big juice.
No, he's on something else now.
I went to 6 and 5.
Oh, you switched?
Yes.
Oh, you went to.
High octane to low octane. I gotta
So,
I watch myself.
big juice.
watch myself.
I wore this T-shirt in honor of today's show.
All right, let's go.
It's the all time. Richie,
Great way.
give us the ground rules for this show.
All right, listen, we're gonna do greatest athletes. I would like a top 5, maybe a top 4, like President
Rushmore, yeah.
Mount Rushmore, but go ahead and do 5. That's fine. We'll do 5. Top 5 athletes of all time. It could be any era. It could be any. But listen, for me, top athlete is someone that played 2 of the major leagues. So that means NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB, not AAA, not I almost made it to the majors, not AA, and definitely not single A. So you have it, in my opinion, you gotta play at the highest level. And you have to play against the best.
Okay.
I mean,
So Sam Clancy don't count.
no,
No Sam Clancy.
Sam Bam, no. No disrespect, Sam, you know you're my man.
Sam, we know you.
Held a pit. But yeah, no.
All right.
Okay. So go ahead, who wants to?
You gonna start us off?
Yeah, I mean,
You want me to kick it off?
yeah, you get the fastball right down the middle of the plate.
I think we all know number 1.
JB.
No.
Bo Jackson.
Vincent Edward Bo Jackson.
Yeah, Bo Jackson.
He played for the Raiders, running back, went to Auburn, he won the Heisman, played for the that speaks to, he won the Heisman. Back then it meant something, now it don't mean anything. Raiders and Royals and Chicago White Sox.
Yeah.
I mean, he did things like, I was watching today where he caught the ball, center field, he
Running
was running so fast, he couldn't stop, so he had to run up the wall. Like, come on,
That's
man.
an all-star game, wasn't it?
No, it was against the Yankees.
Oh, he broke the bat over his knee in the all-star game.
Yeah. Broke there you go. Like, come on, man.
Bo Jackson was just in a different.
I tried that with a broom handle.
What about the
It
time?
don't work.
What about the time when he slid into home base, got there, and then he flipped up in the air? They didn't get up, he flipped up. I can't do that, so I don't know what you call that.
He was a
You
freak.
couldn't do that when you were 21.
No, I couldn't do that when I was 18.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that on 18th Street with the cardboard. I was trying to break dance.
When he was at Auburn,
Yes.
coming back from baseball practice, they were like, hey, we're having a pro day. There's all these pro teams here. Can you please run for us? after baseball practice, goes there, doesn't even have the right shoes, and he runs a what, 4.28? 4.2.
That's the word.
4.28. I think
He's a
it's
special man.
4-1-8.
8.
Raised by his mother,
4.18. That was 4.18.
raised by his mother with a speech impediment. Those, this stuff.
Listen, he had his own shoe.
The raised probably because he was humble, as can be.
Oh, yes.
Just like.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
He had his own shoe, the Bo. He had a commercial. Bo Diddley, him and Bo. Like, come on, man. Bo knows. You don't know Diddley.
Yeah,
There you go. Bo, do we all say Bo's one?
yeah,
Do we all agree?
yeah.
One, he's one.
Yeah.
New.
He said pod
The
trainer.
only problem I have is he had the injury
Uh-huh.
and he was done.
Yeah, at that time.
It was short-lived, short-lived.
But at that time, maybe now he could come back, but I mean, back then you couldn't even come back from anything, really, could
They
you?
replaced that. Now he just got a little.
Now he walked like this.
No, did you know, he was an ass, he like just all
Yes,
that,
listen,
like they should, he shoot bow and arrow.
Yes.
He was doing it.
but listen,
Basketball,
come here.
that's all
If
kind
he doesn't get hurt, does Bo go into both Hall of Fame?
of. Yes, of course.
There you go, man. That's it. It don't get any better.
Then earlier you said woulda, coulda,
We
shoulda.
just did.
You said woulda, coulda,
I
shoulda,
did.
and I think
That was
that's
off
what.
camera though, so don't bring it up.
Oh, sorry.
But you're right, I did. But he had already accomplished all the other things. It was short-lived, but it was amazing while he was doing it.
Did you hear about Bo recently? Did you guys hear?
Uh-huh.
So Bo had the hiccups for a year.
Oh, yeah, I did hear that.
He had
Because
the
of the stutter?
hiccup.
You mean he couldn't throw from pitching mound to first base?
No, he had the hiccup.
Because it was speech.
Stuttering. He had the hiccups for a year. and He had to go see a doctor after a year.
He said that was induced. All right, next.
You want my number two?
No,
Don't say Dion.
Prime time, number two, baby.
Oh,
Prime.
oh.
It don't get any better than prime time, man. Listen, he didn't give himself that nickname. You know how y'all people run around giving yourselves nicknames? He was given that nickname. You know what I mean? He went back for the punt and everybody there going, prime time, prime time. That's prime, man. Listen. Yeah, prime time, man.
He's
Prime.
probably my number one.
Okay, prime.
What's your number one?
He's prime time's my number one.
Prime. Home run and touchdown in the same week.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I think,
Crazy.
take it even further, he's bringing these college club, teams to the next level. He took
Oh, even this, yeah, you're taking, yeah, exactly. It's
He
another
did
dude.
Jackson State. Let's see what he does.
Jackson
Oh, right.
State,
Don't
go
give
to
him too
college.
much credit yet.
I know,
They're
but
gonna be good.
I think it'll be good.
They'll be
I
good.
think it'll be really.
He played for the NFL. He won a couple Super Bowls. Niners, Cowboys, Falcons.
He should have won some with
He
the.
shut down the whole side of the field. That was never heard of
Should
before
have
that.
won some with the.
Corey
Braves.
Trice.
Then he played for the Reds and the Yankees. He played for the Yankees, man.
Braves. He played for the Braves. He should have won.
Oh,
some
Braves
World
too.
Series.
Braves, Reds, and Yankees.
Oh, that's right. I remember he played with Braves.
That's right.
They were that
He played
close.
He played for
He had the home run. Yeah.
And like the next day.
He ran the punt.
That night.
That night he got a helicopter, went to, yeah, I remember that.
Must be the money.
That's insane. That's insane.
Yeah.
So Dion's number one.
Prime.
He was a freak.
Trice, who's your number three? Cause I don't know,
The late but great Jim Brown.
He's on my list.
Running back at Syracuse, went to Cleveland. While at Syracuse, they wouldn't let him play, I think it was his freshman year. So he said, I'm gonna go over and play this game that's called lacrosse.
Yeah.
And many say he's the greatest to ever play lacrosse. I never said that. I don't know anyone else who played lacrosse that's great. They say Jim Brown's the greatest. I can only imagine if he was that good as a running back, he was just running with the damn lacrosse thing like this. And people whacking him, but you just couldn't do nothing.
But he didn't play pro lacrosse.
They didn't have pro lacrosse.
Oh, that's a caveat?
But they say he's the greatest, they say he's the greatest player ever.
I don't know, the Rabel kid was pretty damn good.
No, I don't know him. That's the see what I'm saying? I don't know him,
It's Bill Boy.
but I know Jim Brown.
Shout out to the Rabel boys.
Go ahead, Rabels, but I know Jim Brown.
Let me know you want to do my show.
Jim Brown. He's legit.
Okay, that's three. You ready?
Oh,
You ready for four?
Yeah.
Dave Winfield played for the Yankees.
Oh,
Listen, Dave Winfield was drafted by. If Dave Winfield came out of college this year, he would have been drafted by the NFL, the XFL, the USFL, MLB, NBA, D League. He was drafted by every league coming out of college. So somebody thought I only seen him play baseball, so, well, I know he played basketball at, what's the school, Minnesota, Providence, so.
He was a tight end, wasn't
Yeah, yes, he was. So, yeah, I mean, there you go. And number 5. Y'all ain't gonna like this. No. Randy Moss. I'm done.
You're right.
I'm done. I'm putting my
Wait,
finger-
you're right.
I'm done.
Man, I like this. Back it up. Randy Moss. He played football.
428.
Bobby Bowden says he's the greatest player to ever come there. Think about that. Dion went there. Number 2 went there. Who else went to Florida State? You let it run. Peter Warwick.
Somebody on my list.
Peter Warwick, so many people, Charlie Ward. Yeah, I mean, listen, Bobby Bowden said he was the greatest football player to ever come to.
Interesting.
You never knew that? And he was a hell of a basketball player. He just chose football. He played with White Chocolate, Jason Williams. And he was rated.
Jason Williams.
He was rated higher than Jason Williams. We can keep going. I mean, we can go like, but that's my 5, and that's what I'm sticking to.
And he's sticking to that.
Yeah, that's my 5.
Noobs.
Yeah, please. Please. Drums, please.
Because you've been doing some serious
That's the Jim Brown. I love Jim Brown. I'm gonna go Deion Sanders number 1.
Okay, I like it.
Jim Brown number 2.
I like it.
Because I love his versatility. I'm gonna say Wilt Chamberlain number 3.
Over
Wilt
Bo
Chamberlain.
Jackson?
So go ahead and give it.
All right, let's hear it.
Because no, they told me this today, but go ahead.
So Wilt Chamberlain also did track
That's what they said.
in college, threw the shot, but won the NCAA championship supposedly in the track.
Supposedly, or did he did? Either he did or he didn't.
We all got freaking, look it up.
Hey, I don't trust that. But go
I think he
ahead.
did.
It's
I'm here to say it.
They put all kinds of
His
stuff
scoring
on that.
records that he put are unbelievable.
Is what?
Scoring records in the NBA. And rebounds and all those. He's amazing.
I never doubt that news.
All right,
But Greg, can I comment on that? Dude?
put him in tight end.
Can I comment on that? How tall was he? So I gotta look up this. I gotta look up what area he played in, because if it was us against Wilt Chamberlain, I'm not
It wouldn't
impressed.
be us. We wouldn't
I'm
be
not
Shaq.
impressed.
We wouldn't be
Shaq
us.
played against everybody, and he dominated everybody.
But
David Robinson,
Chamberlain
Tim
could
Duncan,
play. Chamberlain could play.
Elijah Swan.
Chamberlain could play.
He could.
He
You
could
think?
play. We'll get to that. Yeah.
Oh, we'll get to that. We'll get
Well,
to
he would dominate now too.
I gave him 7-1.
that. Okay.
Yeah, it's all 3 points. Yeah.
Okay.
Look at Joe.
Okay.
That's 3. That was 3. He didn't both Ross.
Wow.
All right. I'm Bo Jackson.
Listen, don't make no less twist your arm.
That's so limited, but I think Michael Jordan. I love Michael Jordan.
You said Bo's limited?
I like Michael Jordan.
Okay.
Because of his limited time, his career.
Okay.
He was done once he got injured. It was
Right, but listen, they say the same thing about Big. He's drinking Big Juicy right now. They say Biggie's catalog isn't big enough to be considered the greatest. But a lot of people say he's the greatest.
No, he's not the greatest.
I still listen to Biggie and Tupac.
Tupac, no,
I say
Tupac was better than
great,
Biggie.
not the greatest.
We'll get back to that.
Tupac's better than Biggie.
Okay.
Yes.
Based
Tupac.
on what?
Based on, I love his.
He went West Coast on us, that's why.
He what?
He went West Coast on us.
Yeah,
that's
No,
why.
but I love his lyrics and the way he delivers. And I feel it more.
Okay.
You might feel Biggie more. I do.
East Coast.
I'm East Coast for life.
All right. And my last one,
Jay-Z, Biggie, Nas,
Bruce Lee.
All right.
Bruce motherfucking Lee.
Who's next? Yeah, he's so happy. He's back.
Chuck Norris.
No, he worked his ass in the Coliseum.
Bruce Lee. Go watch a video of him doing stuff. There's no one on that list can do the stuff that Bruce Lee can do.
I don't know what he could do.
Could Bruce Lee do the stuff?
You mean like bring ice and shit?
All right, let me pull up some videos. He jumps around.
He said Frank Ice and shit.
Bruce Lee.
He was Ice thing.
What's he doing? Breaking tables? I mean, like
Boards, man.
boards don't kick back. Like that kind of shit. Like jumping in the air, kick, breaking the board.
I'll find. Go to the next person up. I'll find some stuff. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I don't know.
Karate Kid.
Just you guys, a lot of swimming, a lot of thunder stuff. Huh? You're swimming up there. Shh. Yeah, there's.
All right, come on.
It's like 1A, 1B between Joe and.
Okay, so that's 1 and 2.
And
I did throw out Jim Brown,
You
right?
did, 3.
I think Jordan's definitely,
Wait, didn't y'all both say Jordan?
I said Jordan. So you're throwing in the fact that he couldn't play baseball. True, but he is a hell of a golfer. He could, was he? Yeah, oh my God, he's a scratch golfer.
Okay.
Yeah, he's great. Play cards like no one business.
Only says.
He got the 30 for 30, he got the 30 for 30 going.
You know who's hostile towards him though? I just read one of
He's always hating on him.
he's,
And Isaiah Thomas. George's a hater.
hey, Ben,
George's a hater. I like the shoes.
He's got like 8 kids too, so.
I don't think Jordan's on the list. I
He's
don't.
on the list.
He was an MVP, overall MVP, defensive MVP.
Who? Jordan.
Oh,
He's on the
yeah,
list.
you can't put him and Braun in the
There's
same
no-
sentence.
You know what he would do now against these idiots and try to don't even play defense.
You can't put Jordan,
He would be
you
ridiculous.
cannot
They
not
have
put Jordan on the list and put, who's your number 5? Randy Moss. I'm not buying that.
You got a whole verb. You got Moss. You got a whole verb.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Jordan's got a whole
So
brand.
then you go to Kobe.
Jordan's got a whole brand.
yeah. Randy Moss wears this.
Yeah,
He's on Jordan.
exactly.
Then you could go to Kobe.
That's what I'm saying. So can we go Kobe too, y'all? And LeBron?
I'm not going.
Nah, LeBron, nah.
I'm too old school not to. I'm not going.
He lost more championships than he won.
Len Bias would have been better than LeBron.
Len Bias is very.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
I
He might.
agree with that.
No,
I would agree with
her uncle played at Duke at that time, and he said Len Bias
Would have
was
been
better
better.
than, he was better than Jordan.
Yeah, I agree.
He was bigger,
Jordan,
he was bigger, stronger, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he was huge, he was big as hell.
But he
got
could sit in the corner. But he could sit in the corner and shoot that jump shot.
I got a picture of him down there on campus.
Before the 3-point shot.
so,
Tight shorts.
I went to high school with a kid, he was 2 years younger than me by the name of Phil Nevin. And he played with,
The picture.
he actually, no, he's a basketball player, simple basketball player from my high
Went
school.
to Maryland.
And he lived in that quad room,
Oh, wow.
you know, they had a quad, he lived with bias, he
Yeah.
was there when that happened. You know, and it's only was just fluke.
Yeah.
That shit was just fluke,
They got this stuff.
he had nothing bad ever.
It was like a bad gum.
Yeah,
It's like a gummy gum bag.
Listen,
He got like straight, like super strong coach from Rachel Evans. You think it's wrong?
I mean, it probably came from Rachel, but Rachel didn't deliver, Rachel didn't do anything to him. Yeah, Rachel didn't do anything from his team. Okay, yeah, because he even had most of the cocaine and he did.
That's probably, but he got some really strong stuff. Supposedly.
All right, number 4.
Yes, we're off the rail.
George Ford.
I say 5 was,
You just throwing people.
Michael Phelps.
no.
It's a hell of an athlete. It's like Drake and Drake's Drake's a hell of a musician. He just ain't for me. That's all. Drake's a hell of a musician. He just ain't for me. Phelps is a hell of an athlete. He just ain't for my
See,
list.
that's one of mine.
That's fine. He's on your list. That's cool.
Just like Babe Ruth, one of mine.
That's a no go. We gonna fight that one. That's a no go. How? Who's the pitcher?
Dion, Jim Brown, I said
Jordan.
Jordan.
Yeah, one.
And you got someone on this list.
Look at this guy.
Oh. Cheat sheet. Oh, good.
He could box. Look.
Look at Mike Tyson.
I am the greatest.
I don't know.
Tyson just came out of Mount Hood foul.
I would say,
Mike was a
like a book.
that's the perfect.
I would say all these. And he's on his shirt, so.
So Mike came at a perfect time.
I think he was in the right place at the right time. Perfect trainer. Probably got him just right. If he wouldn't have met
Probably
that
gave his
trainer,
confidence wrong.
you never know who he is.
Who, Tyson?
Yeah.
I'd agree with that.
He wouldn't have fought there.
He would have been in jail or dead.
Yeah, he definitely, he said he did not box one match without getting. High. That's they don't fail.
Well, that's Mike Tyson.
He might have.
Chris Mullin didn't play one game without drinking a case of beer.
I believe it.
Yeah, Mullen definitely.
He ain't no Larry Bird, but
No. Run TMC, right? I saw them up in.
where's Larry Bird? Larry Bird.
No. You know who's a
He
great
was a
athlete?
good basketball player, period.
Hey, you know.
Good. He was excellent.
No,
Crazy.
Magic Johnson.
You saying Larry Bird wasn't an excellent basketball player?
Yeah, I'm saying he was,
Oh, I was
but
about to say.
Magic Johnson was more.
But if you go to YouTube and watch where the boys were saying they was playing Larry Bird, he was saying he would tell them, I'm going to laugh, I'm gonna fake off the glass. He was telling them, and then he would do it. They was like that. Yeah, they say Larry Bird was that.
He was,
But that.
I still think.
You're still buying into Isaiah Thomas saying he was a great white player.
He was great. He was. Larry Bird's one of my favorites.
He was awesome.
That's a fact.
I will go down this one though. I think Magic Johnson is probably one of the greatest players to play basketball because he brought the ball to court. He can play point guard. He can play shooting guard. He could go down. I don't know if you remember the
Played 7.
yeah,
Game 7.
played 7. Yeah, like that was crazy. And he still
That was one of the top 5 on ESPN.
you know,
yesterday.
I don't care if he had HIV.
His jump like.
He kept running.
All right, let's get you 5. Because
Let's go, Mark.
I wanna hear this Babe Ruth crap.
I just threw Magic Johnson in there. He's
Oh,
one of
Who's number 1?
my number one is Bo Jackson. Will always be Bo Jackson.
Yes.
Always. I'm a huge Bo fan.
He had the bobbleheads.
Yeah, I got like 150 cards of Bo.
Wow.
I mean, like Bo is my guy. I really admire.
I think
Memphis
I think
Chips.
for me though, when I look at his backstory and where he came from and all he's overcome in his life.
Yeah.
And to be the humble individual he still continues to be, it's just amazing.
You never he ran Bosworth over.
Oh, yeah, he killed him.
He got the tech run.
So did, you know what though, so did JB, Jerome Bettis, he carried him on it. Let's go ahead and the answer, you know, I will say Dion's number 2. I'm not a huge Dion guy, never was a huge Dion guy, but I will say he's number 2.
Good money, man.
Yeah,
It's pound time. He said, listen,
nah.
if you pick it from 7 up, don't even call me, because I'll be going. I'll be going.
Hey, another shout out to Rockwell. It's fun to see the people come through to go to wherever they're going. That man was lit.
Thanks. Go ahead.
I will say Babe Ruth. It was a different generation with different expectations.
You're waiting on me. I just can't go big because I don't know who was pitching. They pitching hundreds. They doing that.
They were pitching guys
Seven.
they were pitching
They have a
guys.
pitcher from that era. That was
They
dominant.
got
Sad Young around them.
Walter Johnson.
Right downtown Bethesda.
I think when you go to eras, you gotta assume that,
We're gonna get there too.
you gotta assume that his natural talent plus what he would have been able to do now as far as training and whatnot, that he would have been that much better.
And you could throw Shohei Ohtani in there, the kid that plays for the Angels right now. He had a fucking moonshot last night. It was out of this.
He's great. He's a great baseball player. He is.
You know, we
That's
did
it.
a
It's
show
a pure athlete.
a
though.
year or 2 ago,
It's a
and I said
different does.
he's gonna have to pick.
He
I don't
pitches,
know, I'm gonna have to
plays
eat my
the
words.
He can hit.
I'm gonna have to eat my words. I don't know if he's gonna have to pick, because he, like you said, he's a natural. He can do both.
Well,
Those skills are so difficult, they can pitch and to be able to hit.
Right.
No, it's the skill.
He's so good.
Yeah.
If the California Angels don't keep their shit together, they're not gonna have him next year, and he's already said that. If I don't feel like I can win it, and he's a very humble kid,
Yeah.
if I don't feel like I have a chance of winning the championship here, I'm moving on. And he moves on, Mike Trout's right behind me. Wow.
They don't have a chance to win championship.
But it shouldn't be that way. It's California.
When
They
is
got
Trout
money.
free agent? When's he a free agent Trout?
Trout will not be a free agent. He signed a contract for it. He makes like 400.
So you're in agreement. So then at that point, do we say you gotta go back to like the Tom Brady's and stuff, because you know, you got these records, you got
He's a thinker.
and that.
He played 20 some years. Well, 20 has only played what, 4 or 5 years?
I'm just saying, I'm not taking Tony out, because I do know he's a great player. I know that for a
I
fact.
think he's
Well,
one.
you put a Tawny in.
On his
That's
list.
on me.
He
Yeah,
got a lot of baseball players on his list.
you know, I
Just
mean,
one, they just playing one spot.
I think there's some great players.
Stephen, you said
What?
one time,
I got two football
he played
players on.
4 years and you're putting him on greatest of all time.
I am. I am.
I think he's great. I don't think he's the greatest of all time.
At the end of the
Yeah.
day,
He might end up being, you could bet on
at the end of the day.
Coulda, shoulda,
him. You could bet on him.
I could bet on him, but I don't know if I'm saying
So
yes.
do we say, with that being said, excuse me,
I have Magic Johnson in there too.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
We got like 9 on your list.
No, he got. But I mean, and that's what I'm saying. None of these guys, we know can do anything else. We don't know if these guys can do anything else. Y'all don't agree with that? Like, so
Probably good at
as gym teachers,
Yeah.
as gym teachers, when you see guys, you say, hey man, he's a hell of an athlete because you seen him play basketball.
Badminton.
Yeah, whatever the case may be.
Mike, you know who was legit? We had this kid in Northwest, he was a junior going into his senior year. He was in my soccer class, he was 19, it was the last time I taught soccer. This kid, he was a pure athlete, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, so. But I was talking to him, trying to talk him into playing football. Because we had times when we just had open gym and shit like that.
Yeah.
This kid was legit, he would go feet above people and make grabs. And so I was like, you know.
Soccer, you're not allowed to touch the ball.
No, stop in basketball.
Oh, that's not.
So.
Y'all watching Ted Lasso?
Yeah, I love that.
No.
I missed the last episode.
All right, let's go to the next one.
Good, is it?
Who are the best players ever in the 4 major sports?
Oh, shit.
Can you compare them today to today's athletes? Athletes from the 90s, 80s, 70s. Also, could they play in today's game? If you give me a Babe Ruth, you know what I mean? Let's go with that. Let's start with that. Could we go with Babe Ruth? Could he play in today's game?
Yes, he could.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
And he could eat probably 3 Primanti sandwiches before the game and still hit 2 home runs.
He couldn't do those things today. He couldn't eat a freaking dozen hot dogs and go sit in the stands before it back. I mean, he just couldn't do
Have a
that.
stogie,
So-
drink a beer.
So we're saying that he's one of the best players. He is the best player in baseball.
In my opinion.
Ever.
Overall. Pitching, hitting, yeah.
When
I mean, imagine putting on some HGH. Jeez. Amphetamines.
How
You're
about this?
amphetamines. Oh, you know, so.
if this
Those
were,
were in the hot dogs.
I think if this were 10 years into Otani's career,
Uh-huh.
we would be saying it's Otani.
Okay.
But the kid's amazing, and if you've never seen Otani up close, he's like 6'4", probably a solid 210 pounds. And you
He
know,
looks good on the video again. I'll see.
yeah, so, you know, I mean, he's a different athlete. There are some guys that just, they project as a different athlete. He's a different athlete compared to most guys.
NFL. Best player.
Let's go around. Go. Who's your best player? NFL.
Best player in NFL history for me is probably. Wow, this is a good one. I didn't even think about it.
Barry Sanders.
But I mean, yeah,
Water
we're gonna have to give a couple because it's different positions. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, Barry, running back, definitely. Very Sanders. Yeah.
Chicago teams.
Let's go running. Let's go running back. Barry.
How about Barry's dad saying you ain't good as Jim?
I don't care what.
You ain't bad, yeah.
Barry, you're Jim.
Oh,
Running back.
I'm Jim Brown.
Okay.
I love Jim Brown.
Franco.
Quarterbacks. We're gonna pass. Quarterbacks, go.
Best quarterback
Ever.
My favorite, Joe Montana.
That's mine. Montana.
Marino. Wow. Definitely.
So,
did.
Listen, I went to the
You know what,
game,
we're gonna
I
say
was-
Maryland.
I went to the game and I was like, ain't nobody stopping this guy.
Listen,
Even though he
We're
didn't
gonna
win a
say
Super Bowl.
Montana can move. Montana.
he could, but he couldn't sling it like that. In my opinion. My opinion.
He's pretty close. He's pretty damn good.
Okay. You player. Yeah.
Receiver.
They did play against each other once. 2-1.
Montana.
Montana.
That's a team game, though.
Was that 80?
Oh, is that what it is?
82, 83?
Team game. Receiver.
86.
Best receiver ever. Jerry Rice.
Oh. He's a boss.
Yeah.
So you might as well say boss, because I'm saying Jerry Rice.
Yeah, it's not.
I'm going Randy. Yeah, I'm going Randy.
Randy Moss.
Yeah.
I mean, right there though. For me, he easily, it almost 1A, 1B. Like those two are.
I love when they talk about
Yeah.
Jerry Rice's 40 time. And then he goes out there and plays and he pulls away from a guy every time. Shit,
Yeah.
you know. All right, kind of like Juju. I will give Juju props there. They talked about his 40 He did some serious damage early on.
Let's go O-line.
Oh, you cut that shit right out.
Wow. No juju. Bad juju. O-line, go.
O-line, best ever. Munoz.
I'm a Hummer, Mike Lester.
I'm definitely going Munoz.
Munoz was.
I'm definitely going Munoz.
Did he ever give up a sack in his career?
I don't think so.
That's ridiculous.
All right.
It's ridiculous.
Defensive lineman.
Art Shell was pretty good though, for the Raiders. A little before my time, but when the video I saw him.
Reggie White.
At the end of the day, that whole Raiders O-line, Otis, Sister, those guys were just.
D-line, baby.
Reggie White, he's
I said, yeah.
fire above anybody, Reggie White.
What, wait, we were in Philly when he was there.
Wow.
I'm gonna say Mean Joe.
Wow.
He's a difference maker.
And he gave some kid a shirt.
You're not gonna say Aaron Donald.
Come on, AD.
I mean, I can understand
Come
why.
on, AD. Hit me up, baby.
You can do it.
Hit me up.
You're allowed.
Yeah, linebackers,
Listen, I
go.
Hey,
understand.
hit me up.
Inside linebackers. I'm sorry, we gotta go both. Inside.
Ray.
Ray Lewis.
Shit, I was gonna say that, but I hate to say it, but I'm gonna say it.
Ray Lewis.
Yeah.
Dick Buckets.
See, this is the bullshit right here. This is the bullshit.
He must do
Dick Buckets.
the dance, do the dance. I know you wanna do the dance. That's not the reason why you're saying it, because you just wanna do the dance.
Listen. Dick Buckets was always getting ran over by Jim Brown, man. Sam Huff, all of them, they was terrible, man. You can tackle Mark Van Egan, but you can't tackle Jim Brown. That's a problem for me. Ray Lewis never got rid of it. Never, not once. Ever. No,
Never?
never. Bettis never ran him over, so go ahead. They hit. Eddie George, they hit. Outside linebacker, go. Yes. I'm gonna go with LT. I'm gonna just set it up.
It's
LT.
It's gotta be unanimous.
LT, there's no question.
Yeah,
DBs, cornerback.
not even close. Rob Woods.
Prime time.
Wow.
No, Rob Woods, not even close. I'll show you numbers.
Prime time.
You ain't show numbers. Woodson doubled everything that prime time did. Everything.
I'm gonna go with Prime, but when you say that, you know why he did. Because they was throwing at him. They ain't throwing at Prime. There's a reason for
Does
that.
it matter?
Yeah, they throwing at you, they ain't respecting you.
So you got Prime on one corner, you got Rod on the other.
I'm throwing that rod.
What he's saying is Rod's gonna have more.
In their prime. In their prime, there's.
Rod's gonna have more
prime
what?
time.
Rod's gonna have more what?
Rod,
He's gonna have more
I got you,
tackles.
baby.
That's why he has more numbers.
I got you, Rod.
Okay, that intercepts though, is what I'm saying. He has more intercepts because they're throwing at him. That's
That's what
bad.
I'm saying.
Right. You know,
You're saying,
that's bad. They're throwing at Rob Wilson.
you're saying Rod is the numbers because they're thrown his way.
Longevity was great, he played longer and he played safety also.
Yeah, he rotated in.
Safety.
Anybody, listen, you guys are off football.
Let me ask
Never
you,
seen a second
Don,
is Deion Sanders coming down in to make the tackle?
They don't get paid to do that.
Say, dude,
No, they don't.
they can pay to make the.
He said that. He said that, and no one came back and said, yeah, Dio, we do pay you for that.
But he would, yeah, he thinks that.
no, he wouldn't.
I don't
Yeah,
think
he's
So I just
not
think
gonna hit right.
he didn't hit the shoelace before he made a
I
tackle.
mean, I like to hit the shoelace. I broke a couple feet. Hey,
Well, so you're saying Rod Wilson's better because he's more physical.
No, I'm saying Rod Woods
The
has got
numbers.
better numbers.
Interception.
I sent you the
But he
numbers.
plays safety.
No, he started
He
at
started
corner,
at corner.
then safety.
When he went to
He
Florida.
went to safety to a ball.
Yeah.
He went to safety.
So you didn't play safety ever in Pittsburgh?
No,
No.
not one snap.
Never?
He played
Corner
corner
late.
at San Fran, he played corner and, he went to another team before Baltimore.
They didn't play no.
Oakland, then he went to safety, when he got a little bit older.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
shut
Oh,
down,
yeah.
they shut down his joint.
But he was a world class athlete. That's the reason. That's
No, he definitely.
best safety ever. Go. Right line.
Oh, if you're going to me, it's Troy Polamalu now. He can do everything on the field. Don't say Ed Reed.
Right line.
Ronnie, a lot. Yeah,
Who you got?
Yeah.
Right line.
yeah, I gotta flip. I gotta go Ronnie Lott. I remember the time Ronnie Lott was on some kind of talk show or something. They asked him, they said, Ronnie, what's it like playing in the NFL? Waking up on Monday morning, he said, you might as well run into your garage, your brick garage 40 times in a row And that's what it feels like when you wake up the next day. And I'm not gonna be damn, cause he can do it. My
But
God.
he left it all out there.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, I will go there. I
So,
will, but to me,
It's a hitter, but it's a reckless advantage.
so you're saying coverage.
He was all
if
over.
you go that
He
era,
was all over.
if you go that era, every Troy Polamalu, I'm going, not as a homer, but I'm going Troy Polamalu all day because Troy Polamalu came up on the line of scrimmage, Troy Polamalu played back.
He was versatile.
He could, yeah, I mean, every was
So-
great center fielder.
So those guys that we did meet from back when, do you think they could play now? So like a guy like, let's just go with, no one said Tom Brady, but Tom Brady, do you think Tom Brady would have been as good as he was now back then?
No, because they didn't throw the ball back then.
Okay, so
He might have lasted 40 years because they handed it off, is what you're saying.
No,
Tom Brady just played 2 years ago. It's fine, he'd be good.
he's
Pick like,
Sorry.
yeah, pick like.
well,
Burrito.
I'm saying like,
Burrito now.
yeah,
Burrito now would be ridiculous.
all day,
Yeah,
7,000 yards.
Burrito would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ten pounds.
Because my thing was, I think I spoke with Mark about it, was with Tom Brady, you're playing in an era where you can't be touched,
Yeah.
the receivers can't be touched.
Yeah.
I'm just not impressed by you throwing it to wide open guys.
Hey, how
I'm
about
not.
that? How about a guy like Warren Moon today? Oh, Warren Moon would be off the cart.
Randall Cunningham.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lamar, yeah, he made Lamar look like a little kid.
player.
Yeah, he was gonna say, Randall Cunningham was a big boy.
All right, we're gonna wrap this one up with the best player you ever saw play. Let's say, I know we discussed this a little bit, and we said, we don't wanna, I don't wanna do like, NFL guys, but if that's what you guys wanna do, that's fine.
Bill Frano. Bill Frano.
High school, okay,
Right there.
Penn Hills High School,
Unbelievable.
Shout out.
what about you?
Right? Yeah, I mean.
Like you went Friday night in
Like
Western
if my guy
PA?
played with them?
No, we're gonna get to that. Best player you ever saw play. Say you went to a game in Western PA, wherever you were at that time. You went to the high school and you went to see them play.
I saw Bart play. I saw Brandon Short. Yeah, there's a lot of guys,
Western PA, man. I
Will,
mean,
Wildersburg and, Clayton. I can't think of the names right now. They went to Duquesne, but they,
Revis. I
um,
mean, shit, we could just go through,
Yeah,
you know.
I never got to see Revis.
Ty
Yeah,
Hall.
I never seen Revis.
Ty Hall,
I never got to see other.
right there in the city,
But
yeah.
yeah. But I can only imagine.
Oh, my gosh.
I went to the Citrus Bowl in 1983. My cousin played in Maryland. So I got to see Reggie White
Oh, wow.
when he was in Tennessee.
Oh,
And you knew at that time he was gonna be,
No, I didn't know.
I mean, was he like dominant though? Like, or
He was
was
all
he just
there.
like a,
He
okay.
was all there. He was
I
like one of the guys they talked about.
Right.
If
But I got to see him play.
the Citrus Bowl.
And then I went to Wake Forest.
So this is who you played against.
I got to see Tim Duncan
Oh, okay.
college basketball.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
He was a cool kid too.
Yeah.
He was like, I call him Kid younger than me.
right.
He was a good
Was the
guy.
Carolina crooked?
Dude, he was so chill. Like, he was such a good guy. Yeah, Tim
You say
Duncan.
this much,
I'll
I
take
was on that road. and
Oh, we are, because you gonna have to give me, whoa, I never get to my best. I told y'all, my best player I ever saw play, Major Harris.
Yeah, man.
From Shearer High School, he was the quarterback that, Lamar knew all, he was that, but he was a bigger guy, he wasn't even small, like you couldn't just sling Major to the ground. You know what I mean, I see him throw the ball 80, 90 yards in the air, the whole field.
Yeah.
Major Harris,
I will say,
what about,
let me hit this one up. 1984, I'm out in Los Angeles, hanging out with some friends at Davis Eye House, USC campus. We went to see Miami play the Raiders in preseason. I saw guys like Reno quarterback, El Zeno and Diaz. Like it was,
you never seen Marino?
How long?
I never saw Reno. No, I might have. I don't know. That was, you know who I saw? Dorsett. I don't want to say head.
I was there tonight, he ran for 254.
Oh, shit.
Great. We were all going, Manny. Of course, they won,
He was the shit.
yeah, I ran 300. Run the four, he hurdle you, he'd run you over.
You know, Tim Worley told me the best stories about Iron
Iron,
on
he was
my
great.
on my podcast with him, and then he had other stories off the podcast. He told me one time they were out when he was with the Bears and they were drinking at this club, and the club was up like upstairs, and they went to leave. The limo was downstairs, and Iron had fell. went right down the steps,
Ah,
and ended up right in the fucking limo.
damn.
Yeah.
Our name was Fraser. He was, yeah. At that time, I think I was a walkway. I think I was, but yeah, he was a nice dude. He was a good guy. What about people you played against? The best player you played against? Probably Frederick again.
Well, I didn't play against Freeland,
Oh.
I played against Bob Bukowski.
Oh,
He was the
wow.
number one pick
Yeah, for Raiders.
for the Raiders,
Yeah.
yeah, I played, I had a block.
Wow, where'd he go?
And let me tell you, he went,
Wow.
Bukowski went to, I'm trying to think where he
Lower
was.
Burrell?
He was at Gateway. He was at
Oh,
Gateway.
yes. Lower.
So he was close by, I walked out on him.
I didn't know that. I don't, he was a bit, right?
Yeah, he did go to Pitt. He was.
These are no neighbors, but back in the day, Eric Mazanik was like one of the best. He's put on Jackson Avenue like M&M's. I mean, he's cranking them, and I think he ended up going to Duquesne and played, and then, I don't know. But he was like, you know,
I know who you're gonna say.
striking us out.
I know who you're gonna say.
Hit it.
From Florida State.
Yeah, work done.
Yeah.
Work done.
He
was
said-
so-
Oh, in college.
He says Warren Douglas like, shit,
Dude, he was so bad.
like, shit.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Really like,
Well, listen, so
Reach.
every day in high school practice, I went against a guy named Mark Maradei. He lives here in Frederick. Wow. He was Michael Vick before Michael Vick.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, legit, ran a 10-500 meters. Could throw, he could be running to his right, sprint to his right, throw it 60 yards across the field. He was ridiculous. Michael Vick before Michael Vick. I didn't realize how good Mark was until I went to college. And I was like, there's no guy on my team even
Right.
close to him.
Right.
And then I played
So
against
you
the
held
best
out
of the best. Yes. And then I played against, there was nobody. So the only guy faster than him was Ward Dunn. He was better, way better than Charlie Ward. Like, I mean, he's Michael Vick before Michael Vick. I watched Michael Vick play. I'm like, that looks like Mark. Like, that's who he was. And it's sad he didn't make it. That's the best player I ever played against or with in practice. Every day he would go, and now we go, and I would miss him. And he could run right by me. He could throw it over your head. I mean, he was. Yeah. So Mark Basin. Shout out
The
to
best
Mark.
player I played against, I got two. Wow, I just wrote it down. Of course, Kurt Martin, running back.
Mark Smart. Oh yeah.
I played against him in Little
He
League.
played the big 33.
I played against him in Little League, and then I played against him in high school. And Joe Galloway, I played against Joe Galloway my freshman year. He was a senior underneath. He smoked me.
You went to Ohio State?
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
Listen, yeah, he did. He caught the ball. I was a freshman, so he caught the ball. I ran up to get him, and I must have shut my eyes. And he told me. I wasn't going to. I was never that fast.
That's good.
Never that fast. Those guys. Yes. All right. Last but not least, best player you ever coached.
Start with him,
Go.
Oh man.
You probably got a slew. Yeah. I'm sure.
any sport.
So I have three names.
Okay. Hit him.
Zach Kerr, when I was in Quince Orchard.
I heard that.
He played in
Trying
Maryland,
to get
in
him out of
Delaware. He played at least 10 years in the league.
Oh yeah. What
Good
position?
T-tackle.
T-tackle.
Zach was amazing.
Wow.
Really, really good. A little lazy in high school, super lazy. So like, you watch the film, you're like, oh my God, so you just dominate people at times, and then, but other times, you not really do much. Caden Prather, who's at Maryland now. Yep. Went to West
He's the
Virginia.
kid that was catching all the balls against Pitt.
Yeah, so he'll be at Maryland. He'll be probably the number one target this year. If I had coached KP in 2020, I'd probably definitely, there'd be no other choice. It'd be KP. But we had COVID. We didn't have a team.
Wow.
So I got to sit at home and have virtual football, and we get on the computer and all pretend like we were excited about getting on the computer and hanging out. So
Talk about how when Sarkeesian came in from Alabama and they put shit on the board at Cape, it's like, yeah, we do this and then go here and go.
that was so cool because Chris Samuels taught it really well. Chris Samuels, our OC. We ran a West Coast offense, and he has the exact same, like, naming all the stuff. It's all the same. It's all the same vocabulary. So KP was able to go through, like, he asked him, you know, what are you doing this route? And he told him exactly, like, we adjusted. If there's one high, we do this. If there's two high, we do this.
Yeah.
Like, he was able to adjust it all. He's a smart kid.
I could never do that.
He's football smart.
Listen, I played quarterback
He's football
and
smart.
I didn't know the plays.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He's actually a smart kid, he's lazy in the classroom, but he's probably not now.
No, he's not. He's
Was
not.
that two or
He's
that the
always
third one?
So here's the last one. And this is my favorite player I ever coached, EJ Lee. EJ Lee plays running back for us. Amazing. We won the state championship in 13 and 14 with EJ running back. 13, he was a part of it. 14, he was the reason we got to the state championship, the reason we won the state championship. He didn't mark the period. But EJ was just an animal.
We got a dude from QO, right, played 10 years, where are the other two?
EJ is actually coaching in Brazil.
Oh.
Coaching to play football in Brazil.
Hey, give me a shout out, man.
Rockwell.
Rockwell.
The,
EJ was the man. I love that kid, man. He was a short kid, just undersized,
Just tough,
just
he
hard,
was just tough,
just such never wore gloves.
shots?
he was just tough. Thank you.
One of the smoothest players I've ever coached was, Robbie Ness. He was a shortstop pitcher. Just, year-round player. He wasn't one of those players who was up baseball season and so baseball, he was year-round, just smooth. He made it, went to GW and made it to Rockies minors. And I think he heard something or the other, but, just a natural to sport, did phenomenal, but that's my.
Okay. We got a guest.
We have a surprise guest.
Sunflower.
You would not believe the sports knowledge that I have.
She's filled
It,
with.
it runs deep.
Number one all-time athlete.
Mark Maradei.
That list is getting burnt.
The second is Vincent Maradei.
Nice.
This is it out. He's
Best person you ever coached, go.
Crusoe gone there.
Great.
Nice.
Crusoe could have wrote his own ticket, but as a young kid, he got caught up in the neighborhood. He was involved in something stupid. Crusoe could have wrote his own ticket, like, he ended up in New Mexico, cause that's where, what's his name was at the time? What's the head coach of Maryland?
Locks.
Yeah, so Locks was down there, who brought him down there. So he goes down there, he plays well, and then the guy that was in Notre Dame, Locks leaves there to go be head coach at Maryland. The guy that was in Notre Dame,
Chip Kelly.
no, way before that, but he was there. He didn't like Crusoe, and he made his life hell for the next couple of years. And he wouldn't let him leave. Crusoe actually played in the German football league last year. I don't know if he went back this year or not, but he was probably the best. His first play in high school as a 10th grader, I kept him down as a 9th grader because of maturity issues.
Yeah.
His first play in high school, I ran this play called speed, which meant the quarterback did one of these deals, you took off, the snap came, and you threw it to the guy already in full speed motion. The guard top, threw out, we let everything go to the inside. Crusoe drops the ball, it bounces straight back up to him. He goes straight down the field for a 70-yard touchdown. He was that good.
He was nice.
He was.
I remember that game against Rockville, Colesville played them. I think you had like 45 on the board before halftime, just running. You guys are like, my quarterback needs some practice.
Yeah,
You were airing it out.
we couldn't throw the ball. Couldn't throw.
Because you didn't need to. That, because of him.
Best player that I ever coached. Definitely Justin Carter. Definitely.
He's still
You
playing.
ever see Justin Carter? You know Justin? Yeah.
Remember him? Yeah.
I mean, and it was like so effortless. It was just
He
like
played baseball too, right?
Basketball.
yes.
Well, basketball, baseball.
Yes.
Yeah,
It
great.
was so he just it was just
Everything was up.
yeah.
He
It's
was
like
smooth.
yeah. He was like running around. It's like yeah, and it was
Do you
like
remember,
yeah. He went to Creighton and now he's made a career overseas playing basketball. Yeah. Which I didn't even know he went to Creighton. I know that.
yeah, we could have gotten for 50 or one. We're seeing,
Yes.
seeing what's the able to let off each other ball for some stupid reason. We're seeing like that. You know, he was legit. Hey, this has been fun. Hey, your favorite. Oh, before we wrap this up, since we're doing all our favorites, who's your favorite band? All time. Ooh.
I like this. Are you saying band or is it just a solo?
It could be a solo, you know, if you wanna hit.
Damn.
My girl just died. Girl.
I did watch Whitney Houston. I don't want to be. Not Netflix.
Favorite band news.
Gotta say it.
Give me a minute, you guys go ahead.
There's so many.
I mean, because GNR, Guns N' Roses. Because they just fire shit up. I got you. They just get me hyped. You know, and that's, you know, when I want to get up and go.
I'm too old to get up.
They got my got up and go.
All right, I got it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Beastie Boys. Beastie Boys. Yeah, I
I
like.
like it. License to Ill. License to Ill. Let's hear it.
For me, it's gotta be Steely Dan.
Steely Dan. Love Steely Dan.
You do?
Hey, yes.
Hey,
Do it against, Kid Charlemagne, Deacon Blue.
Hey, too.
Dude,
I could go there. Get a fatty. Yeah.
I mean, you gotta realize, and then when you listen to it, you're like, geez, they would sample this. Like, come on, man,
What
Steely
do you
Dan.
got? What do you got, Mark?
I got two. Van Halen.
Did you know Michael McDonald was in Steely Dan?
Michael McDonald, no, he wasn't, really.
Y'all didn't know that?
No.
Yes.
All right.
That's him singing. Hey, that's, you can't hear his voice. That's his voice. Yes, he started with them and then the Doobies had a singer. I think something happened with him. They brought him in for a thing and then
all right, this is
Oh, it's
four drinks. I'm gonna have to hit the back.
Love New Jersey.
So I have two. I have one and one A. I have one and one A. I got Van Halen number one.
All right.
U2 is one A.
Your two is so good. They are.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say
I
that.
like John Van Halen. Van Halen is a high teacher, isn't it?
Yes, he is.
I love that one, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
You play that every morning with the man. So
Yes, that's a great song.
she's like, yeah.
She hates everything that I like, so, yeah. Yeah.
all right, let's do the social media news.
Coach Noob. That's it. Coach
Yeah,
Noob
one
on
Looks like Coach Stu Ware.
Twitter.
NEU. That NOOB.
Thank you.
Team six.
That one young Terry.
1 yard.
One on 10,
One young Terry.
We're at.
Forever young.
Twitter and Instagram.
I like the police too. I love the police.
I'll see
If we're going, I'm running.
I'm gonna go Van Morrison. I'm gonna go Van Morrison.
That's just me, huh?
Van Morrison will be my second.
I like it.
Van Morrison's good.
Now that girl.
I know that's not me.
She might.
There's some other ones you know that you don't know. Yeah.
Shane Hill, everywhere.
Hey, connect with us here on the Original Sports Podcast with Mark Maradei and my barbershop crew. Check us out at podpage.com, Original Sports Podcast with Mark Maradei. You can like our Facebook page, join us on Twitter. Yeah, on Instagram, and on Snapchat, all that's OSP with M&M. You can follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram, watch our TikTok, and check out our show, if you haven't, on YouTube. All that's Original Sports Podcast. Hey, feel free to let us know if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions by emailing us at originalsportspodcast@gmail.com. Thanks to our voice intro done by Sean Koviak, our voice intro, our intro and outro music done by Charlie Hodgson, our webmaster Terry Maradei. Join us every 2 weeks to experience the O on the Original Sports Podcast.
Party with Patrick Moore.
Oh my God.
No.
Hit stop quick.